been caught dumping Jane Street, May 7th. Whoa, specs toast. Jane Street enjoys dumping. It's just as simple as that. Retail tears, extra seasoning. When Jane Street wants the profit, bro, we don't wait for it. Now Jane Street dumps right through the pool, dumps right through the pool. Hey, alright, if Jane Street gets by, it's mine, mine, all mine. Yeah, agents cry. Yeah, Jane Street's crew, they're 1-2. Bright snags the whisper from the secret chat zoo. Grabs a tip from Terraform, flips the swap just like that. When Jane Street wants the bag, we don't ask for it. Jane Street dumps right through the pool, dumps right through the pool. Hey, alright, if Jane Street gets by, it's ours, ours, all ours. We walk right through the liquidity. We walk right through the liquidity. We walk right through the liquidity. 10 minutes later, boom, UST to zero. Jane Street ghost, 85 mil. Retail yells villain. Snyder screaming disgorge it. Jane Street clowns. We shout back baseless, desperate fake news crown. From curve crash to Jane Street 10 a.m. dip so clean. We keep on stealing, still the quad machine. It's market making, baby. Totally above board. Jane Street, been caught dumping, been caught front run, been caught stealing. Jane Street, Jane Street gets by, it's ours, ours, all ours. We walk right through the door. We walk right through the door. We walk right through the door. We are right through the door. We walk right through the door. We walk right through the door. We walk right through the door. Been caught. Been caught. But Jane Street's still up big. Oopsie. We walk right through the walk right through the we walk right through the Jane Street was always something special.
Carolyn Elliston was there.
A quant diamond shining bright in the shade.
She makes my glasses steam up.
Jane Street was always something special. A quant diamond shining bright in the shade. Everybody dreams of market making angels. No one will ever know how much we trusted the game. We bought in our bags, stable and pure. They promised deep pools that pulled the floor. Now it all seems funny, kinda like a meme. Things ain't always what they seem. What a shame! What happened to Jane Street? Mondays in the sun. Slowly wishes to the liquidations. Time don't heal a broken
The ringing of the cowbell.
We wish we never clicked buy.
Come hither, Betsy. Your teeth are calling. Oh, you definitely need some Jesus for that one. A little cowbell and a whole lot of Jesus. Alexa, skip.
Was always something special. A quant diamond shining bright in the chain.
Oh, sorry.
Special.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey.
Everybody dreams of market making.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, all four of you out there. We lost a few. Thank you for being here. Oh, got one back. Well, we got 5 of you out there. 5 of the coolest people here on the interwebs of YouTube that watches turkeys do crypto. You guys are the best. The #1 audience right there. So we're looking here at Bitcoin on the tiny 6-minute time frame from, because it's just, basically still boring ass Bitcoin action, except it dropped down lower. We came down to 62,000. Oh, that was scary, wasn't it? That happened in the wee mornings, the wee evenings of the night there on the Mondays, into the Tuesday mornings. And then it bounced. Now, I am personally, and I still am, I got my eye on this area down here, but we haven't touched it yet. That was an area there, 786, beautiful bounce there. Nice price structure here, nice wave structure and everything. Hasn't quite taken out this high, and I'm like, did I miss something? I mean, I know you would know to look there, because when we mentioned that, I'm looking at these 2 areas for it to bounce, but I was really looking more down here, and still may, we still may get there. But do we miss something on that little side top? Because that was a nice little move. That was an explosive move. Not just once, but twice. Not just once, folks, but twice. That was amazing. That's an A, B equals C, D right there. That's my specialty. That's gorgeous. Look at that. I think we should examine the beauty of this so that if we encounter a setup like this again, we can take full on advantage of that. This is worth recapping right here. That was a 3% move, which doesn't sound like much, but from 62,000 to 64,000 in Bitcoin. Well, hell, if you had a whole Bitcoin spot, you just made $2,000 on leverage. Doing perpetual, you wouldn't have to put a whole Bitcoin in there. I don't know, if you did a tenth of a Bitcoin at 10x, that give you a whole Bitcoin to trade with. You're still making $2,000, but you only you didn't put $68,000 of it out there to risk, right? You only put 1/10 of that out there, $6,000 on that trade to make $2,000. That's not a bad return, is it? No, let's talk about the 100x. Well, you probably got liquidated as soon as Bitcoin had its little hiccup right over here. Yeah. There is a, I don't know, how would you describe that? Declining rate of return. I'm not sure there's a fancy name for it. Anyway, we got nice movements out of Bitcoin here, and we came back up to our previous 0.5 Fibonacci. Now, I take my new measurements from here to there to be looking for my resistance areas. But for our purposes, that does serve us pretty well. I like what I'm seeing here. I mean, I do. I don't know that it's going to hold. if you connect the trend lines, like I think that we always should, and we're at a definite resistance area here. I actually thought we might have touched something here. I'm on the 6-minute ass time frame, small ass time frame. But if we don't take out this high here soon, like if we don't come down and bounce very soon and try to make one more run up, then we're likely to start working on probably a 2 or 3 wave, 3 wave thing down here, 3 or 5, however you want to count it. Sometimes they can look the same or count the same. I don't know. I try not to get too tied up into that Elliott wave rabbit hole because it's a deep one. It's very confusing. It's like a bunch of roots all going in all different directions, but yet they connect to the same tree. It's just weird AF. Anyway, and you spend the I love Elliott wave people. I do. There's actually a few that I like, and there's actually one that's streaming early in the mornings my time, like in a few hours, from South Africa. And I like the way he explains it and everything, but he shows just how complicated and how subjective it can be and everything. But it's very unique concepts. I like Elliott, but we just rely on this little indicator up here. It indicates that we might be on a little 5-wave structure. This is just the 4th of the 5th. You're getting kind of rambunctious there. You're getting hopeful, Elliott. Elliott's doing crack again. That's what I always say about it. But that was a nice bottom area, 786 fib area. I didn't have marked on that particular chart, and I'm watching that bottom form. Now I'm like, this thing might actually hold. And it did. So, wow, cool. Now, I guess the next question is, will it continue to hold? Or are we going to come down further? And again, we already addressed that. It's got to take out 66,600. Oh, no, the 66 of the sixes. Yeah, right over here. We got to take out this little guy. Or we can entertain the thought of, oh, man, we're going up to 70,000. Because it's not going to happen until you break out of that guy and this trend line right there. But our moving averages still say we still got a lot to work to do here, but that was a great little stair step up to these little moving averages here on the smaller time frames. Well, let's zoom out to something a little more substantial here for Bitcoin. Say like the 1 hour. Oh my God, is there such a thing? Ooh, that's like stepping out in the bright sunlight. I hardly recognize it. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay, DJ Tom. Well, it's time for you to step out and touch grass, apparently. We got a nice little channel idea here. It's not perfect, but it is a channel idea here. Yes, I said channel idea. That we're going. It's a series of lower highs and lower lows, and it could still continue on doing that. Still got a lot of work to do here. Our moving averages are, still got some, some things to tackle. Here on the 1 hour is the 100 moving average that we got rejected on. So I see some things that are looking good. We're trying. And again, it all depends on taking this little high out. Until we make a higher high of some sorts, well, we're just looking at lower highs and possibly lower lows again. Yay. Meaning cheaper Bitcoin. But somebody told me it was a flag to the upside. And I'm like, well, this one, well, not intentionally what I would call a flag. Yeah, you could have played that one. This one, well, your flags to the upside in this start getting a little less flagadocious, let's just say, as your returns on your investment gradually dwindle down and the probabilities of them playing out gradually decrease. Now, bouncing off the 382, that's my little place to go. And my golly, if it didn't hit the target perfect at the 0618 and then some even. So in hindsight, just looking at the beauty of this move, man, you had an AB equals CD right there, measured move right up there, perfect setup. And now we're looking for a bigger of a pullback. And again, our best approach on this would be to go from the very bottoms over here. This low here, do that big old high over here. And let's look for this little 382 Fibonacci. Maybe we might get lucky again. If we start getting a little bouncy there, we can start looking at this target right over here at $68,733. That would be awesome. We can come over and say, nailed it, and all that fun stuff. What we got happening on the 15-minute here, this looks gorgeous to me, man. First of all, look at this Ichimoku cloud idea, right? We went up through a red cloud, and now we're over the little sliver of green thing. Yeah, this is nice. This is the picture we would like to see a lot of the times. Most of the time is this where we're traveling up above it and get further away from this, and everything's awesome. Also, we got this blue 50 moving average, which is crossing in this 200. This is on the 15-minute smaller time frames. If you ask for my interpretation of what I see on here on this splatter art chart, would be that we're probably getting ready to go for a fifth wave up here and take this guy out. After that, expect a little bit of a pullback for a bigger, more grandiose, higher low. Which, if I had to forecast where it might align, it would be, I would think that we're probably setting up for something, we get another run up, however that happens, and then we end up coming back down with whatever little zigzags that you would like to draw in between here to complete your art tree, if it were. I assume it's a tree, maybe it's a mountain. I don't know what little happy trees, little happy trails. Nothing like the little happy trails and happy sunlight. Oh, he fell off the mountain. And there's a splattered body down here by the rocks, and there's a bear eating it. Yeah. So, however, your vision of what winning looks like there, I think it looks kind of cool. I think we might be able to get a little action out of this. And that's kind of cool with the smaller time frames. But what does the 4 hour say? Are we doing this bass backwards? We are, you little degen. We're trying to expose ourselves gently to the sunlight that may come over here and blind us or enlighten us. Oh my gosh. We're above that 9 moving average. And I like to say, if we're pushing above the 9, we're doing all fine. Or cushion for the pushing. Ain't that right, Jenny? Jenny, ladies and gentlemen. All right, actually, it's Jenny's mom. It's Jenny's mom. Jenny's mom. She came in. So this is Jenny's mom. Jenny's mom. For those of you that stuck for the end screen last night, you would see Jenny. She's back, and her and her mom were down there dancing together, right? Jenny's mom, ladies and gentlemen. The bigger Jenny. Two Jennies. Right there. Anyway, here we are on the thank you, Jenny's mom. You're very shiny tonight. So here we are. We're trying to climb through these moving averages here on the 4 hour, and seeing that it doesn't look quite as bullish over here when we start looking at things. So don't get our hopes too don't wear your heart on your sleeve, ladies and gentlemen. The chances of us coming out to take this guy out at 68.7, it's there, but it's a little slim at the moment. We do, was it not on here? It was not. It was not. I thought I saw some bullish divergence over here on this time frame, but I do not. This Ichimoku cloud does not look as entertaining or as friendly or as enticing for us. Notice how it's curving over, still red. Ain't no green on it. It ain't thick and inviting. It's like, you get away from me, you creep. It's like that girl at the gym that you think's kind of cute and just say, that you hold the door open. I don't need you. You're like, dang, I see why you're still single. Yeah, Bitcoin's giving off those kind of vibes right there, right now. The hateful carrying vibes. I don't know. I gotta see what's happening over, or the Ichimoku cloud's giving off the hateful. Bitcoin's not. Bitcoin's just trying to do the right thing. It's the hateful carrying vibes coming from the red cloud over here. This kind of making us. Got the camera set up and everything, just waiting to get you on camera doing something. I don't know. You don't even know what's wrong. All right. So the clouds over here getting a little testy. Might put a damper on our workout. All right, so 66.7, that's a good area to start looking for some resistance if we're able to push up there is what I'm getting. But our MACD here on the 4 hour, that's looking kind of juicy. Look at that. That's like, hey man, for some people, that's an entry signal. All right, for some bot setups, that is an entry signal. They're swing trading AF and probably not getting the best entry you would looking on the 5 minute or something like that. So you're sitting there, I don't like that. No, they're missing all the fun. They're missing all the, look how much they're giving up by getting in there. But yet they somehow end up making more money than you do, and you can't explain that. But anyway, I digress as we zoom out here on the time frames and look at this. It's starting to now. give us some possible buy signals depending on what your strategy is, right? Saying this the higher low might be worth taking a chance on here for Bitcoin, but I'm just going to say that Ichimoku Cloud's telling you it may not last too long, okay? Or it might have to fight. So I would want to get paid kind of quick from this move. This is the short of the long of it. 9 people hanging out. Nobody loves the turkey tonight except for you 9 people, and you guys are awesome. You are the guys that matter. So I'm going to just share my STDs with you for free. Courtesy of Jenny's mom. You get the clap. While we're moving our little happy asses up on these bigger time frames, let's take a look at this daily over here. Is it doing anything a little weird? Are these things start flipping here on the daily? We don't have a green dot or anything on this indicator, which would be cool. Money flow's not in the green, which would be cool. But we do have some of these indicators starting to show a little bullish activity on the daily. And most notably the stochastics, which are starting to turn the other way in a 180-degree angle right there. Doing a U-turn, in other words. And also our MACD coming out of this little red zone here. Now, once it gets past the 30, that's the official buy bot trigger right there. However, it would just triggered one over here crossing the signal line. That's another possible entry trigger idea. All right, so there are some entry ideas to be had here, is what that's telling us. And so some people or some bots or algorithms are going to take advantage of that. And, there might be a little something. Somebody's buying, people. People are buying. It's being bought right now. That's all I'm saying. Meanwhile, what does this do for our altcoins over here? Well, maybe we get a little love out of some of these guys. This is total 3 over here. And see, you're getting a little something, but it's not. It gives a little, then takes it all back, and then some more. And you're like, honey, is my prescription medicine running a little short tonight? Have you seen? I thought I had some more 20s in my wallet, and that it's not there anymore.
I'll ask the housekeeper that's here.
And you're like, oh, well, something's not working out here. Something's not going right here. And yeah, we're not getting as much gains out of these altcoins, but maybe we're changing. We're flattening out here. There's your hopium sign right now, but testy. I don't see the great setup for altcoins yet, but some of them are doing okay. You can't put them all in the same basket because that's just racist or something, right? Can't do that, and they all have the individualities and whatnot. So I come over here to figure out who the gainers and the losers are, and the losers are over here. Towncoin, you're a loser. Injected Protocol, you're a loser. It's not my opinion. It's just what they're posting over here on CoinGecko. I'm just the messenger, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the one calling them losers, but CoinGecko says, you're a loser, pump fun. And I'm like, man, that's just, you hear that so many times, they may start believing it. I don't know. I mean, they're only down 3 or 4% here. That's not that bad, but yeah, we're still labeled a loser. However, this Power Protocol thing and Rabita, which keeps coming up, by the way, have you noticed? That's one I'm putting on my list tonight. I think we should take a look at Rabita and see what the hell it is. Have we done that before? I talked about it, but I don't remember doing it. It's Tibber. I know I didn't do it. Tibber? TIBBIR is the ticker. Rabita by Virtuals. Okay. So, and Virtuals Protocol is getting a little love, up 14% today. It's 66 cents. So we got some AI stuff starting to pop off when Wall Street is like avoiding it like the plague right now is what I'm hearing. PIPPIN's at 82 freaking cents. The little unicorn, I think it's AI related to in some kind of weird ass way. I don't know. That's a unicorn meme coin, and oh look, if we say it's AI, it goes higher. And River is pissing me off again. These are the ones that are going up right now. Look at you, Fart Coin. You got a little air right there leaking out. If you're 15 cents right now, I remember with Fart Coin, wasn't Fart Coin up like $2-3 at one time? Ladies and gentlemen, so glad to have you here. 11 people hanging out with the turkey. Let's take a little coffee break and get to know each other. I'm going to scroll up through here, but in the meantime, I'm going to take me a sip of some... What happened, Sean? Sean, good ass coffee.
morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow.
Good ass coffee.
As coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up.
Good
is
ass coffee.
In your cup. Sip it smooth, feel the rush. Oh, darling, nothing else can hush the blues that brew till the sun pops up.
Good ass coffee! It's the boldest, best coffee you'll ever have. Get your good ass coffee today!
Good ass coffee, ladies and gentlemen. 12 people hanging out with me. Let me say hello to everybody tonight. We got Scar in the house. You're number one, Scar. You get the clap. Oh, hey, hands off of Jenny's mom. I saw that, mister. Getting frisky over here with Jenny's mom. Scar is in the house. How's it going, Scar? We got Strega also in the house. Good to see you, Strega. My OG right there. Oh, look, and there I am spouting out times because somebody mistyped 11:45. Good catch. William Hatfield. Hey, do you know any McCoys? I'm just asking. Nice thumbnail. Hey, thank you. Dave P, how you doing, man? Squirrels. I know what you mean. They plague me. Scar says, Road Dog Crypto. Okay, glad to know you. You know where you're at, my man. Thank you so much, Scar. I appreciate you, man. And a little cowbell, but AP there. Who else have we got in the house over here? I don't mind their intimate thoughts being shared with the world here on YouTube. We got David Gelf. How you doing? Good to see you. Longest State of the Union ever. Is it over now? Is it finally over? It's almost as long as one of my streams. That's crazy. How can he talk that much? Jeez. Watching it now, trying to catch up, says Scar. Had some good moments, says PMO. I give it about a 7.2, you know, something along those lines on the Rotten Tomatoes, maybe. And some, almost a 6.5 in some areas, but sometimes. He high AF. Anything on crypto? Basically, DSO so far is everything he said in the last 6 months. No mention of crypto. 3D Death Cross is a big signal. If it's in 3D, it's definitely kind of big and cinematic. So is there a 3D? Is there something on the 3D? I don't know if I've looked at the 3D. I rarely short, trying to get in a short right now. The post-news hangover dump is going to be bad, says David Gal. Can we look at the 3D? 50 crossing the 200. Is it really? Oh, that's always wonderful. That's always what you want to see when you're in denial of the bear market. That just puts a damper on things. Losers are the best. Motorboating. There was the cat's paw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's come over here and take a look at these nasty, dirty charts. Bitcoin, what are you doing? I'm still got my eyes down here, but even when it gets down there, it's, you know, I got to see it straight. Got to see it hold, right? I don't want to see any more of a slow burn down, but I would like for us to get down here. Familiar, it's a little harmonic pattern. Come up higher and before we go any lower. And I wouldn't mind seeing us come back to revisit these areas up around 88. I don't know if it's got it in it or not, but it suggests that there are some possibilities that we could get up here or as high as maybe 80 before we go lower. And there's some good arguments for places to go a little bit lower, around 57. I don't think I have them marked on. Oh, here we go. Got them marked on these charts over here. Around this 58, big yellow 618 Fibonacci area. And a little bit below it over here is possible too. And on the 4 hour, looking at some of the stuff, you can say, well, the moving average say, yeah, maybe we could just come up and roll over and keep doing it, because that's all we've been doing is rolling over. And the Ichimoku cloud is saying, yeah, Yeah, I could see that. So the bigger time frames aren't really giving me the things I want to see, but some of these indicators are looking interesting. Like we said, the 4-hour MACD is crossed, so maybe we'll get a little bit more up before we roll over. That could be one scenario there. And again, like looking on the daily, I mean, we just mentioned, so I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom, but this is kind of interesting here, how we're starting to turn up on the daily. So I'm very curious what the next few days would be. Today is Tuesday. This is usually where they're starting to turn things in the direction that they want to kind of go a little bit. And then we got to start really eyeballing them Thursday and Friday to see if they're switching things up, because that's usually a false move. You know, the setup for the weekend. Like if they start pumping us up a little bit for the next few days, then I don't know, Friday they just dump us hard. I would be leaning a little bit more to think that maybe Sunday and Monday of next week that we'd be finding ourselves probably going a little higher. Does that make sense? You know, some of those things in mind here. Here on the daily, we got this big thick cloud. I like that. I like that idea. But we're in a very juicy area, which has typically been a bottom level to look for your bear market lows. Now, I think it's a little early to be presumptuous and say the bottom is in, but it's definitely a good place to look at. Maybe snagging a little Bitcoin if you don't have any. Maybe looking at some of these altcoins that you do have that actually, strange as it sounds right now, maybe up a little bit in Bitcoin, more so than they have been in the past. And maybe you can take advantage of that. I'm just saying. In the meantime, I'm going to come over here and start taking a look at some of these altcoins. We've already went over our major indices over here. See, the altcoins are still struggling. It's not the safest time to get in on them just yet. S&P 500, even though it's at all-time highs right now, can't figure out if it's going to stay there. There is a strong resistance level over there. So if it does drop like a rock, I can, you know, there's an argument for it to do so for a bigger pullback. We would just hate to see that and how that would play over into crypto and the rest of the markets. That would suck. And then we got this Bitcoin dominance thing over here, which is starting to get a little bit more ballsy, and that's usually not good for altcoins. Looks like she's finding some support here at some of these fib levels that we've had marked out before, even though she made a lower low. Well, the ride up is a little painful for altcoins, even if she comes up to a lower high. And she can come all the way back up here if she wants to be mean about it. And sometimes it gets that way, right? So a little caution on some of the altcoins right now, but I think there are some out there. Need to start looking at them in Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. But let's look at Tibber. Well, let's see what Tibber is. Tibber's by Rituals. And I'm going to zoom out to the weekly on this little guy just to see what the hell's going on with you. You look like about maybe a 786er. Did you already find a possible bottom idea down here? A little 786er going on right here. I'm on the weekly on this one. It's interesting. Now she could end up ranging down in this area, so a little testy just to get balls deep right now. But you can definitely, you know, put the tip in, just the you know, the 1 or 2% of your portfolio. Put a small amount, as I'm saying. If you're looking at that, you still got some trend lines that are broken here. That signifies we might range here a little bit before we go up, but it's a nice little range possibly to be in. Looks like it dipped down to about 7.8 cents, all the way up to about 19% little range here underneath this resistance area. So it might be an interesting one to keep your eyes on. I'm just saying, for a little rangy play. It had a high 45 cents back in the day there, not too far along, back in November. And right now, she's just now exiting our zone of regrets and missed opportunities, because you didn't get it at 10 cents. You're like, dang, I probably should have got some at 10 cents. I kind of regret not doing that now that I see this. You might have another chance. Depends on how we're treated over here around the 200 moving average and that trend line. Come back down at a higher low. I would kind of be entertaining maybe that thought, but if she does get bam, then if she gets excited and gets above this trend line, above that 200 moving average, above that trend line, there might be a short squeeze, and I'd be looking for that to go to 30 cents, if not a little bit higher. And it could happen kind of soon. I don't know that that's going to happen. That's very, it's not the norm, but sometimes it does happen that way, right? So I want to keep my eyes on this one because I think it's doing some interesting things over here. And it looks like we should at some point get a little of a pullback. If nothing else, come a little bit closer to this trend line than not, and finding an entry closer to the trend line would be a little bit better and get better risk to reward management there, in my personal opinion. But she's trying. The ribbons are trying to flip here, so let's see what happens. She's got some work to do, but starting to get on the radar over here. We've got virtuals by the, what is virtuals? This is what it looks like. It was in a triangle. We got a breakout, and then it gave it all up. Flags to the upside. What have we got over here? Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Let's see what we're playing with over here. Oh, you did a nice 886. You did a nice little bounce down there to 46 cents. I've got to give you credit for that. That's beautiful. Congratulations, Virtual. We're getting on the same harmonic frequency right here. That's awesome and amazing. What else you got to share with us? What else you got to share with us right here? Lovely, lovely. There's a possibility we might be working our little happy asses up here. Of course, this is a bearish setup here. Maybe once we get there, probably coming back, and maybe I hope not going lower, but we don't know what it's going to do after that. But the ride up, in my personal opinion, would be the fun one to be in. If I were looking for something to be in. Let's see what we can get out of this little guy. I think we might have a possible trade setup idea. This is on the daily, so this would be a swing trade idea. We see the possibility, we see the argument, we see some other things over here, including a trend line that we can put. You can wait for that to definitely get broken, and some other little trend lines over here. Some other levels, however you want to find your trigger to get in. So I don't know, we get in when it goes to 617 cents, which is, or 67 cents, which is only 2 cents away. We got some candles hanging out here. I think you got a nice little breakout. This is one of the most conservative setups that I could give, is to enter right here, which would be somewhere around this area. But would it be worth it? That's the $1 million question. Would it be worth it? Well, the reasons why I like it, if you got above this line, the chances are that it would stay above here would be more in your favor. And if it dipped down below, then you know that you probably got to look at doing something else, and maybe, making sure, you're protected so it doesn't roll over. But if it holds, if she holds, but she got another trend line coming up underneath it, right? If she holds, she can make some gains, and we got targets at $79, $1, and $1.34. Now, if I do my math on this, let's go from 67 up to here. First target's about 15% gains. That's not much on spot, but hey, man, it's something. You almost feel like a genius. Coming up to $1, and you're like 47% gains, and your little $100 trade on this turns into like 150. You're like, I might be able to post my winnings over in the vanity wall. Gets up to here to the second target. If it does, it may not, but if it does, and we're anticipating that it does at some point after fighting through, zigzagging, however it wants to zigzag and make you stress out if it's ever going to get there. But when we finally do, we go, oh man, before it retraces a little bit more heavily. why it's a pivot area. That's 100% gains. You just doubled up there on spot. Spot. That would be a spot double up. That is a scenario where it gives you an opportunity for one of the best trades in crypto, in my personal opinion, or in any asset. And that is called the moonbag strategy. So imagine this for those of you that may or may not know or may not have been implementing this idea and not looking for this opportunity. If you were to enter in here somewhere around this particular vicinity with $100, and you were to ride his little happy ass back up there to where we had Mr. Moonbags to get that 100% gain, you take out your collateral, which was your $100, and now you got $100 worth of this coin, and that's awesome. Imagine if it keeps going up, and then that $100 is worth more than just $100. It's going to be worth $125, and you're just making free money. The downside is if it comes back down, well, it's not worth $100 anymore. It's worth less, but then you can add to it. Try to roll this over again. I would take this and park it off somewhere else, and then you got a free and clear moonbag. You got a free and clear moonbag that could turn into. You ever see virtuals get up to $4 or $5 again? You're like, oh damn, but I got it. I didn't pay nothing for it. Those are the hodler kind of situations that you want to be in, or position trading things that you want to try to be in. Those are opportunities you want to try to make while we're down in these lows areas over here. If we get a setup to where you can do that, then you got something. And we like the moonbags because you peel your collateral out. That's just one way to look at it. Maybe you just want to take the money and run. There's so many different ways to approach this market. That's why, there's not one show or one technique or anything that just appeals to everything available to everyone and what they're thinking about doing it at that point in time. The bigger gain over here, my personal opinion for this setup, would be to come over here to the primary target area if this is going to complete and confirm this idea of this bearish bat pattern, I'm sorry. That's 168%, meaning your $100 could turn into $168 worth of this crap, right? Is that not correct? No, I'm sorry, $268 worth of that's not bad. You doubled and then some. Pretty cool. That's just on spot. That's not with any kind of leverage or anything like that. So I do kind of like this idea. So I think I'm going to post this as a swing trade idea. Let me come over and test out our little bot over here and see how it's doing. I haven't put anything over here in a minute. This is virtuals. Possible swing trade idea.
Woke up today, no alarm screaming in my ear. No boss breathing down my neck, no existential fear. Check the wallet, still there, still growing slow like
all right, let me just post that over in there, and should get posted over here in the chart room with some good analysis behind it. I may have to go back and tweak that little guy. We'll do our little test here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we did find something. Now let's come down to the 4 hour and just kind of look at it. What are you doing on the 4 hour? Are you looking sexy or not? What are you up to over here? We got a dingle and a dangle right here. It looks like Adam and Eve had a little bit of fun right there. Of course, we had to come back and look through the peephole over here. It came back to retest the neckline right there, and that's a nice little sign. From there, it decided to come back and however you wanted to look at this. Yeah, it also found, it retested an internal trend line, the original trend line that broke out from, came back and retested that. New trend line got a breakout here. Those were very good entry ideas at 16, 59, 62, but those are in the past. It's not where we are right now. What are we going to do right now? Again, best thing is to wait for confirmation when we get above this on this time frame, 4 hour 200 moving average, about 66 cents. However, if she does come down here around 61, 62, anywhere back through here, 64. Not a bad idea to snag some there, just to kind of front run, little DJ style as we try to climb through these moving averages. And if you get wrecked, all I got to say is, well, do you listen to every damn turkey on YouTube? Well, should you listen to this turkey? Who took this trade with me? Yeah, we don't. If you're learning TA and stuff like that, I don't recommend you just to blindly trade along with these people on YouTube, me included, or anybody else, man. You gotta, you're here to learn how to fish, so you can discern for yourself. Is hopefully what you're learning from these channels and from here, and not just taking somebody's word or their magical ability to see what nobody else can see with their magnificent brain that nobody else has and all this stuff. You know, the answers are within you if you're out here looking, and hopefully you can learn the right techniques to help you get those answers. That's what my show's here to help you figure out, hopefully. And maybe you make a little money on the way up there too. Nice little retest of this idea. I like you, virtuals. I think do something. Did you spit me out over here, man? Did you? Oh, you're still doing the weird stuff. It's still doing the weird stuff. All right, so we got it over in our trade setup area for the trade setup we just did, and there is the breakdown on the analysis. But I see I still got some tweaking to do on my little helper bot over here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come over and say hello to you guys. What's going on? We got Anita. How's it going? Can you please look at ladies? How did I know that was coming? How you doing, Anita? Good to see you. Now we know Jenny was not missing. No, she was missing. No, she was gone. She. I think it was an elaborate ploy to get her mama employed here. This is what I think it was. Her sister. No, that's her mama. That's Jenny's mom. Jenny's mom. So, yeah, they both came out of hiding. Jenny came out of hiding last night on the end screen. But how the story went down was something like but was something to the extent of this. You know, Sean was out with his family over at the Golden Corral, buffet, and we came in touch with somebody that looked astonishingly a lot like Jenny here, but and she is very young looking, and she liked that. You call her Jenny's sister. She loves that. Hey, isn't that right? But at Golden Corral, she was just feasting over here, and that we Sean struck up conversation and found out that was Jenny's mom, and we're like, oh my God, we've been looking for Jenny. And she's like, oh really? She's been over dancing at the strip club for the. Oh, I'm sorry. She was doing her dancing, her dance classes thing over there, and so she just we brought her home. Anyway, so Jenny's back now, and we're giving her tonight. She'll be back on the end screen tonight. So shout out to Jenny and her, and to Jenny's mom, looking hot, and sweaty. Like she shouldn't be around anything sharp. All right. And I think we were over here at the chat. Can we please look, ladies? That sounds familiar. I don't know. Here, write it down here. I will not forget it. LADYS, ladies. Jenny's mom. I know you can almost sense a song coming out about it. Does the witch ever watch her blue sweater? I swear she wears that damn thing every day. I mean, which one's wearing the blue sweater? A Revenge of the Nerds lead star has passed away. Oh, did he really? Practice safe trading is also used. I always use a stop loss. That is very good. That's the only thing you can control is your stops, what you're going to lose, right? That's the only thing you can control. And ideally, you want your stop loss wherever it invalidates your trading idea, right? And the best thing, like even on this setup, the best place would be down here. That would definitely invalidate thing, but that's a big gap. Meaning this is not really the best setup for that idea. But if you were going to take that, you can. And a lot of people do, especially on bigger time frames. This is what theirs would look like. You need a bigger target. And you probably have to take a smaller position size or a lot lower leverage if you're using leverage, right? But it's not a bad setup. Especially if you got bigger targets. If you're looking for Bitcoin to be hitting some of those, or whatever, what we're looking at, virtuals. I think with dollar was one of the areas. If you got something that's got a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, I mean, you're playing the game right. And as long as where you set your stop loss is just only 1% of that account. So if you only got $1,000 account, you don't want to lose more than $10. When you get stopped out, that's all you're out. It's $10. Or $100, I'm sorry. Is that right? Yeah. $100. Or if you got a $1,000 account, did I say 1,000? I said 10,000. 1,000 would be $10. Yeah, that would be correct. I'm sorry, I got confused there. What amount we were trading with. Well, we got this out of virtuals. I want to see what River's doing because that's a little tricky little bastard to play. What are you doing over here, River? You're over here playing games with our oh, you are above the 1 hour 200 moving average with some other things going on. Oh man, this one is tricky AF to play because it's got quite a bit of a range that it can go through, so you can't really do too much in leverage unless you want to. She can be tricky. It looks like we are trying to do something though. I wouldn't doubt that we start seeing it back up at $12 before too long. I do not have a play on you at the present moment in time. You are on a trend line, so there's a possibility. Bottom of the trend line is at 920. You're at 938, but man, yeah, she can always come back to 860 and just range through here before she bumps up. Then we look at PIPPIN. Can't remember if we looked at PIPPIN. The short idea, which that sucked. I think it was for this idea over here breaking the trend line. And then there's this big flush. Look at this big heartbeat pattern thing. A big flush out right there. That means they playing for keeps on this one than something. They taking this one seriously when they flush out like that. They're trying to wipe out everybody going long and everybody going short, and then they're going to take it the direction they want it to go, which is apparently up. So let's look over here about 87.90, and I think our bigger ass targets that we had, which are not over here. But I think we're going to see somewhere above $1 on PIPPIN. Crazy as it seems. Place I'm looking for is right here. Yeah, just right above $1. And then some. Oh, it's right there at it. Okay, cool. PIPPIN is the coin that just will not give up, apparently. Or if it does take a hit, it kind of just, shakes it off and keeps on going. Shorting this one has not really worked out very well for anybody, I don't believe. Except for over here. So this is on the 15-minute time frame. It's above the 50 like it normally is over here, and it just zigzags off the 50 a lot on this time frame until it finally gets away from it and bounces. Hey, on the 1 minute, you're taking a nosedive down. Oh no, it's all over for PIPPIN at the moment. Look at that M pattern up there. Hang it up, it's going to zero. Might be an entry here shortly on it. I wouldn't mind taking me a little stab at it and doing a little gambling trade, even though that's not recommended, but it makes me feel a little degen, and sometimes it makes me feel alive before it makes me feel stupid and broker. But yet I find myself saying, okay, self, little degen, why the hell not? Translating that into normal speak and avoidance behavior right there, that's probably, your boy's probably going to degen on this one right here. I'm just saying. Or are we, you are in a PIPPIN short. How's that working for you, mister? I think that's a dumbass idea. I think that's a dumbass idea. I'm already in a PIPPIN long over here. This PIPPIN short idea has got to stop. We cannot do that. So what I'm going to do is reverse that little idea. I was trying to do a little hedgy hedge. I'm only down 8 cents on that little guy at a 5x, and well, now okay. So now we got our stop. Ooh, you're up there above my rules. Yeah, you're within my rules now. So we got our stop losses because they are a must. That's the only thing that I can control in this trade, but I do like it. It's got this roundy shape going on with a little cowboy hat, and it may be the old Dirty Sanchez that we might all know and love, or you may not even know. I have a clue what I'm talking about. It could be a good thing, or it could be a very embarrassing situation over here. The Dirty Sanchez, as I affectionately call this little pattern, this little guy over here. This is Juan Sanchez right here, and he plays a little dirty sometimes. Or he's the victim of it, I guess you would say, the Dirty Sanchez. And you gotta be watching out for the finger that might come back and leave a little something on your upper lip that just doesn't settle well with you. It might make you want to throw up in your mouth if this pattern does not play out. Hopefully we're going to play this as a double bottom situation here, and we're going to look right over here at this butt crack idea at the top of his little Dirty Sanchez sombrero that is formed over here. If you can see this Dirty Sanchez sombrero, they slant in and they slant out. I have seen better versions of the Dirty Sanchez, but that is my requirement for the sombrero of the Dirty Sanchez pattern. With the middle finger right here, which sometimes there is a little back crack over here that this usually goes into, but maybe not. Maybe we'll actually get this double bottom situation, and we take a Dirty Sanchez measure move. We just measure all the way from the bone to the very tip right there. Put it over at the tip if we do get a breakout. And the target of our Dirty Sanchez, if it goes to the upside, that is over here about 88 cents. However, if the Dirty Sanchez does decide to come and drop a lot on us, yeah, we're looking at the break point down to what might be 76 cents at the moment. And there might be another little secondary little swipe across right underneath your nose for that. Oh my God, there's another. That might be on down here at 75 cents. We don't know. We just got to keep our eye on this one. The Dirty Sanchez. Patent pen and trademark coming out in my book in the spring. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing over here? Oh, ladies USD, we're getting there. I'm getting there. I do one at a time. Squirrel, way to go. XRP just held support. Let's take a look at ladies over here onto KuCoin. My lady meme coins, LADYS for my AI bot out there, perusing for my what do they call the little things? The little tags here on YouTube. So, ladies, we look at this one on the 4 hour. How you doing, ladies? So we found some support over here on the trend line that we drew, right? That's what's so cool about trend lines. Find support on them in the future. Got 3 touches now. I'm trying to bounce back up. Want to see her come back up and reclaim these areas. Might take a minute, but then we might be pleasantly surprised. We made a higher low. Shoot, if she really wants to party, she'll come out and take out this high. So might see something fun as we kind of expand a little bit. That'd be cool if you saw 80% gains like overnight or something. I don't know that would ever happen, but it could. At least looking for about another 17% up right there. Is that from where we are now, though? No, it's only about 8%, about 10% up from where we are now. But she's trying to do the right things, is what I got to say. Hey, Alexa. Alexa, skip. Back, you got kicked out. How'd you get kicked out? Was it Nightbot? Is Nightbot kicking people out again? That's crazy. Why do you got a shield? What's the shield mean? You guys got shields? Did they do it with the wrenches? Or is that the new thing? How are they kicking people out? No, you're still moderating. That's crazy. Look at Jenny's mom USD. I see what you're doing. She might be a little pricey. No, it was YouTube that kicked you out. That's weird. Well, that's not cool. Well, it looks like our hour of time is now up. We've been going for an hour now. I gotta have a good ass coffee break over here. Oh, and that reminds me, we do have other sponsors for the show that I forget about.
Crypto Cowboys, Moon or Alimony Bags. Subscribe to Road Dogg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dogg.
And we're back. What the hell, Sean? Sorry. Sweet ass coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at some of these plays over here. I want to come over since we got our bots up and running. Hey, Jenny, Mom. Go over to our chart room, and there's a signals area over here, which is up and running now. And see what we got. It's recommending some shorts over here. These are on Binance US is where it gets the signals from. And it's suggesting that over the past few hours, most recently, these two shorts right here on the 2-hour time frame, which probably still have something good in them. So hype short and a ZCASH short. So let's take a look and see if it's giving us a good little signal. We're going to check out hype. Hyper liquid over on KuCoin. This is the trade setup. Roddy. On the 2-hour time frame. And we're going to map this little sucker out. What's going on over here at the moving averages? Getting rejected on the 800. Wonder how far long you'll fall down from that, hopefully. Let's see, what else we got here? Trend line looks like we broke. And I'm still looking for this lower level to have a reason to come down here. It has not happened. It bounced. It kind of did what Bitcoin did. It bounced off an earlier 786 area. Huh. Let me zoom out a little bit and adjust this trend line. So I think that's a little bit more representative. Oh, that lines up pretty good. So either we're finding support or we're going to lose that little guy. I don't know. I would be looking at it as being a little bit more of support, a little more hopeful. Let's see, 200 is trying to cross this 666 moving average, which would be cool. The other ones are crossing them bearish, so I can see some choppiness. Where is your entry at 27.35, which is just a little bit above where we are now. Targets are 25. How are you getting those targets? $25, $24.81, and $23.74. Those are some pretty shallow targets for that one. Of course, I'm on the 4-hour over here. Let's come down over here. I don't see that idea myself, but it doesn't mean that that can't happen. But the bottom of the trend line would be down, so you'd be looking for it to come back down, right? You're low. Oh, you got down to 23 though. Even down through here. Not saying it's not going to happen, but yeah, you could. You're losing that. Well, it's recommended the short. I don't see a clear. I mean, a setup that I would be interested in. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing it try. I mean, it can definitely get rejected here and come down, but I'm seeing it try to do something a little bit more positive. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it as much. So I guess we'll have to check that one out. What's your other one over here? It was recommending a short over on ZCASH. Let's take a look at ZCASH. I think his Ethereum one from the other night finally took off. Oh crap, I did it on the wrong one. Take a look at ZCASH over here. And usually a paste. Yeah, there we go. And 2-hour time frame is what it's looking at. ZCASH was enter at 241 to 252, right through there, $10 range there. We're at 239 now. And at the time it was 243, so it has come down since then. First target's at 220, second one's at 206, third target's at 191. Wow, you're expecting it to go down quite a bit. 191, that'd be lower than this one, huh? And I do have a target down here that has not been hit, a possible area down here about 134. I wonder if you're trying to are you trying to go down, darling? Are you missing it? Are you trying to bottom out on something, man? I'd be looking at 216 and 201 is what I would be looking for. It is suggesting that at 220 and which is close, and 206, which is not too far away, and 191. Interesting play there. Let's go down to the smaller time frame. What you got going on over here on the 15-minute? We got a short end over here? What? Possibly, but man, why do I think you got some more upside before you come back down? Even you over here on the Ichimoku cloud thinks you got some more upside before you come down. What's up with that, man? So it's calling for a short, and maybe there will be, but I think I would find one more rise up somewhere and try to find that peak, and it may just be right over here, right in the middle of that green cloud. Maybe we come back up about 242, and I'd try that. I think we're trying to go up a little bit before we come down, and that yeah. Well, gosh darn it! So there might be a little long here too. In other words, if you want to look at it from that aspect. I wouldn't expect too much out of it because of what the cloud's telling me, that, you know, it might come up here just a little bit and then roll over and then break down. All right, well, not much going on there, huh? ZCASH looking good. I don't think it looks as bearish just quite yet. Maybe that scenario will play out. There is a bigger picture over there, but I mean, you can make an argument that you got some bullish divergence from here and here. Not so much on the RSI, but on the momentum wave. So I can see a little bit of a short-term push up. Of course, that was on the bigger time frame, right? That was like a 2-hour time frame. This is a 15-minute, so there would be a difference. Morning, people, says Nasty Gene. How you doing? Good morning to you, my man. Person. David Geff, I've had an order at 222 for weeks, unfulfilled. For what, ZCASH? To try to buy it at 222? Yeah, she's not making it quite down there yet. I'm just looking, I mean, there's some support here, apparently, right? Some support there, and we're starting to get some bottom formations. I mean, this could turn into, a lot of people would probably try to read it as an inverted head and shoulders or a version of Adam and Eve, but whatever. You do have this, you you got this nice little box forming here, which could incorporate any of those pattern ideas, right? So it looks like a form of accumulation to me, possibly. I'll keep my eye on this little guy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 11 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to come over and take a look at Bitcoin, which is currently at $65,000 and $400. After venturing down to 62.5 and scaring the bejesus out of everybody, making everybody, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to sell. I'm shorting from here. No doubt. Flag to the downside right here. She decided to do the loop-de-loo on a Tuesday, which is a great day to do it after a fake out Monday. And we got a little bouncy bounce. And depending on how you want to read this little bouncy bounce, you got some nice little ideas of places could be going. Could even go up higher over here. I don't see it getting too much higher, but she's looking like she's trying to turn around here on some of the smaller time frames. I'm just saying. And short term, I'm just watching these ideas right here. We try to go up and see if we can take out this guy at 68. I don't know if it'll get up that high. I'm looking a little bit more toward over here if we do want to go up around 66.6, somewhere through there. Oh my God, it's the mark of the beast. I think we got a nice little chance of a bottom formation. 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be 5. Elliot seems to think that there's another 5 wave up, if I remember what he said. Elliot, what do you think? Yeah, Elliot thinks there might be another wave. I'm counting my 1s and 2s wrongs or something, whatever, Elliot. But he's got it. It falls within here too on this count. So it's the battle of the Elliott wave counts. But it suggests we could also get it. Oh look, you agreed with me on that. Oh, well maybe we can have coffee sometime. Elliot, you want some good ass coffee, Elliot? Sean, get Elliot some good ass coffee, okay? We'll hook you up with some good ass coffee, Elliot. Don't you get wired out. Don't snort it like you were trying to do the other time. We got on the 15-minute time frame, 50 crossing that 200. That looks good. I think we mentioned earlier, and I forgot to look, but you're talking about the 200 on the 3-day with the 50 crossing the it hasn't even done it yet though. This is kind of interesting. You see that bullish divergence is forming over here, momentum wave, and this side of bullish divergence. That's kind of interesting, I think. I don't know if we got it on the RSI. I don't see it so much on the RSI, but it is on the momentum wave over here. I think it sucks that this 9 crossed that 360, and doesn't mean we can't bounce back from it. But yeah, the 50 over here on the 3-day. As far as moving averages go, you might be looking at the EMA or something. I haven't got it crossing the 200 yet, but it looks like it's trying, right? I mean, we're definitely beneath the cloud and everything. So yeah, that would suck and could push us back down to these areas. Now, on here, I got some support around 53 and maybe down to 45 on this particular chart. Losing this 360 on here would be that would be the one to push us down to talk to Miss Lucy here if we're going to do it. But there might be a little push up before. And a lot of times on these bigger time frames, when you do get these moving averages crossing, sometimes you can see the opposite effect short term, right? We might get a relief bounce back up and maybe test the 21 moving average, which is right around the targets I've got, closer to 80,000, higher 70s, before we roll over and come down. Remember, it doesn't always, we do go through periods where they'll try us again, and they usually start with some sideways action and then do some kind of a fake out idea. I mean, it doesn't always just, once they level out a little bit, they stay here for a minute usually before they drop further a lot of times. So we might be hanging around here getting everybody fired up, and then everybody's trying to figure out all these different scenarios, and it takes a little one way and then slam out. We may be bored for a while, hopefully. I don't know. I'm bored. I can't, the 3-day chart. That's why I'm looking at the 6-minute going, what the hell are you doing, Bitcoin? Do something besides drop like a rock. And then it just flips me off and keeps doing whatever the hell it wants to do. It's very rude sometimes. Bitcoin. I'm just telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. Going to the end screen. I will be back again tomorrow night. It should be a little bit more juicy tomorrow, in my personal opinion. We look over here at the others chart before we leave, and she's trying to climb up through here on smaller time frames. Trying to get a little antsy here with some of these smaller altcoins, trying to do something. Just like Bitcoin, it's got some levels it needs to breach. We didn't look at this one. This is the bonus for you guys staying around here at the end. We got a nice little breakout with the others, so I would expect a little bit of moving out of altcoin, but I wouldn't trust it. Take your profits, because altcoins can't be trusted with large amounts of money at the present point in time. Looking here at the 4 hour, yeah, there's still some resistance ahead, but a nice little spurt. You might get some nice little short-term plays on altcoins. I wouldn't expect it to, come up too much further than this area over here. That would probably be when you want to look at probably trying to short altcoins. So we got about $2 more billion trying to come in, and I think it looks a little frisky. This is what the MACD looks like on the 4 hour. Just like Bitcoin, getting a little frisky. Tomorrow's going to be kind of interesting, I think, but I don't know that I would trust it to last while they set us up for our weekend, whatever they're going to do to us then. See you on the end screen, everybody. Happy trading, and we'll come back again tomorrow or tomorrow night. Let's go talk to Jenny and Jenny's mom.
Right then. Bitcoin's off the cliff again. Grab your popcorn. Here we go. Bitcoin's diving. Look at the state of it. Took me off for a swim in the shide of it. Bought at the top like a proper mug. Now me portfolio's doing the tug. Whales are legging it. Retail's in tears. Gurus vanished. No one's got ears. I YOLO'd me rent on a dog with a hat. Now I'm eating beans out of 10. Fancy that? Shots are scream, margin calls ringing. Feel like I'm again, but with words singing it. We bought the dream, now we're paying the bill. Welcome to hell. Pass the cheap swill when crypto goes to hell. We're all getting rinsed. Bitcoin's dragging us down like a bad expense. All coins melting, bags on the bonfire. Traders dancing in the flames. Desire when crypto goes to hell. We're laughing while we're skinned. What goes up must get proper murdered when crypto goes to hell. Cheers, you bastard! It's Ethereum's gas is dearer than me now. Solana's freezing like it's got a ban. Dogecoin's quiet, no bark left in I'm. Me NFTs worth the price of a whim. Told me mom this is the future, honest. Now she's asking why I'm sleeping on the carpet. Leverage tripled, accounts on E. Thanks for the memories, you absolute P. Notifications blowing up me phone like a bomb. Congratulations, you're officially skin love. We chase the moon, now we're chasing the train. Same old bollocks, different pain. When crypto goes to hell, we're all getting rinsed. Bitcoin's dragging us down like a daddy sins. All coins melting, bags on the bonfire. Traders dancing in the flames. Desire when crypto goes to hell. Hell yeah, we're laughing while we're skin. Yeah, what goes up must get proper murder when crypto goes to hell. Cheers, you bastard! Funny in it, thought we'd all be minted. Lambos, models, private jets scripted. Now I'm trading dignity for instant noodles. Praying for a pump before I lose me marbles. But sod it, raise your warm lager high to the greatest bear market.
flames. When crypto goes to hell, we're laughing while we're skinning. What goes up must get proper murdered. When crypto goes to hell, we're getting served. Bollocks. Yeah. Drawdown is a bitch, but I'm swinging through the pain. One did, one groove, turn a loss to gain. Still in a pocket. Screen lit up a past. Red like a slow jam. Thought I got to the top. Now I'm stuck in the slam. Told my baby what's set. Now she's giving me that look while it's doing a two-step. But I'm still in the book. One more buy, one more chance to spin. Drawdown is a bitch, but I'm swinging through the pain. One did, one groove, turn a loss to gain. Still in a pocket.
Set forward, I just smirked in the groove. Charted a backbeat, now I'm making my move. Try to catch the downswing, got a bruise on my pride. Wallace in the pocket, but I'm still on the ride.
One more ball, one more shot to ride.
Hey, doubling out on stupid. Yeah, here we go again. Charts in free fall. Red like my ex's lipstick. I'm still buying more. Swear it's a dip to flip trick. Leverage at 10x. Calling it calculated risk. But my portfolio screaming, bro, you're on the list. Friends text, tell you idiot. I reply, nah, I'm good. Watching my life savings turn to firewood. Averaging down like a genius in denial. But deep down, I know I'm just styling on trial. One more ad, tell myself this is the bottom. But the bottom keeps dropping, I'm looking like a problem. Stats say stop, brain says double it up. Guess who's laughing now? Me, the king of fuck up. Doubling down on stupid, pouring gas on the fire. Call it strategy when my bags expire. Averaging in the hell, think I'm playing it cool. But I'm the meme lord now, breaking every rule. Doubling down on stupid games, risky as hell. Watching my account turn into a funeral bell. Doubling down on stupid, sell, roast, yeah, that's me. Catch me losing it all on live TV. Margin call ringing like an angry X at 3 a.m. I hit ad funds instead of hitting the gym. It's just a shakeout, it'll come back strong. But the shakeout shaking me right out my song. Altcoins already ghost, Bitcoin's coughing up blood. I'm still here feeding the beast, calling it love. One day I'll laugh about this, post the screen stupid. 10 out of 10 would do it again. Every red candle's a slap, I didn't see, but I lean in harder like rain. Fears in the group chat, doubts in my DM. But I'm still doubling down, living my mean. Doubling down on stupid, pouring gas on the fire. Call it strategy while my bags expire. Every in the hell, think I'm playing it cool. But I'm the meme lord now, breaking every rule. Doubling down on stupid, gang stupid, risky as hell. Watching my account turn into a funeral bell.
That was an accident. I tried to undo it.
Catch me losing it all on live TV.
That was an accident.
Hey, why do we do this? Chase the falling knife like it owes us a kiss. Call it patience when it's really just pride. Turning bad decisions into a full-time ride. One day I'll sell, take the L, post a cry. But tonight I'm doubling down, way, bite on my supply. By way, stupid
stupid. Hold it down. Doubling down on stupid.
Oh no, we didn't remove it.
Call it strategy while my back's
It was removed.
Have a rig in the hella. Think I'm playing it cool. But I'm the meme lord now.
I was pushing buttons and I think I accidentally hit something over here.
Watching my account turn into a funeral bell.
I hope he didn't get removed. Are you still here, PMO?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, there he is. Nope. Hey, okay, he's here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not trying to remove or ban anybody. I was just like, I was hitting hearts and then it turned into something else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. God bless. Keep Jesus in your life and happy trading, man. See if I can get a little market movement over these next few days. Hopefully.